And a very good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Exchange Arena in Little Falls, where tonight a huge Class A showdown between two top 5 teams in the state, as the number 5 Little Falls Flyers with a record of 4-0-1 tangle with the number 2 ranked Gentry Academy Stars, a record of 5-0. Hello everyone, James Hershey with you once again on Flyer Media Productions. Joining me tonight is Jamie Pettit, and we have a very, very cool crew tonight at the cameras. I want to mention this right away because it's an all-youth hockey player camera crew tonight. Will Threlkelb, along with Aaron Murad and Carter Wilms, they are the camera operators tonight, so they're excited to be in the building too to watch these two teams.
They're the all-stars on our team.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, Mark Deal is our director. Steve Murad is helping out with graphics. Well, let's talk about this game, as this was a game, I got to believe, that was circled on the schedule this year for the Flyers as maybe a game to see where we're at in the season.
It was clear after last season that Tony Kuchar wanted to strengthen the Little Falls Flyers schedule. And unfortunately, with the pandemic and the fact that the schedule had to be moved from 25 regular season games to 18 regular season games, some of those games they had to bypass. For instance, Little Falls was scheduled to play the Matamidi Zephyrs, the defending Class A state champions. That didn't work out because of the redistribution of the schedule, but Gentry Academy stayed on the Little Falls Flyers schedule. Some might not be familiar with Gentry Academy. It's only their 3rd season within the Minnesota State High School League. 2 years ago, they were 15-12. They lost in the Section 4A quarterfinals. Last season, they were 21-5. They also lost in the Section 4A quarterfinals to South St. Paul. South St. Paul advanced to the 4A championship game, losing to Matamidi, and of course Matamidi went on to win the state championship. The Gentry Academy Stars are 5-0 this year, and fortunately, stat sheets don't win games because there's some eye poppers on this Stars stat sheet coming into the game. They've outscored their opponents 50-5. They've outshot their opponents 262-55, so they're averaging 10 goals a game. They're averaging 52 shots a game. But the one thing that stands out as you look down the stat sheet, they've got 84 penalty minutes in 5 games compared to the Little Falls Flyers, and the Flyers check in with just 28 penalty minutes. So could that be an issue for the Stars tonight if they cannot stay out of the penalty box?
Well, the one question would be is their penalty kill, but their penalty kill is almost 94%, and they have 6 shorthanded goals. So just because they're in the penalty box doesn't mean they're not a threat to score.
I had a chance to see a portion of the Tartan game. They beat Tartan on Saturday 8-0. I had a chance to see a portion of the Holy Angels game on Tuesday night. They beat Holy Angels 10-2. And for a point of reference, Holy Angels played St. Cloud Cathedral earlier this year. St. Cloud Cathedral lost to Holy Angels 5-1. The Gentry Academy's most recent game was Tuesday night. They beat Holy Angels 10-2.
If you want a little more information about Gentry Academy, it's in Vandus Heights. That's where it's located. So, and as you mentioned, year number 3 of this program. And they're also coached by a guy and a well-known name in the state of Minnesota in the Cullen family. It's the youngest of the 3 Cullen brothers. Joe is the head coach. Of course, Terry Cullen, the legendary coach at Moorhead, and had his sons, Matt, Mark, and then of course Joe. And of course Matt Cullen played for the Wild and also for Pittsburgh and the other places too. But Joe Cullen here is the coach of this team, and you know that helps a lot when you have the experience like he does, not only at the high school level but the college level and even into the pros too when he played minor hockey.
Yeah, Joe Cullen played collegiately at Colorado College. It shows he's a 2003 graduate. Also on the coaching staff is Billy Hingan, played at St. Cloud State and also at Holy Angels.
That he did indeed. We had a chance to talk with head coach Tony Kuchar before the game. Let's get those comments from our head coach for the Flyers, Tony Kuchar. I'm joined now with the head hockey coach of the Little Falls Flyers, that being Tony Kuchar, and tonight you take on Gentry Academy. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's recap the game on Saturday afternoon against the Alexandria Cardinals, a 3-3 tie. Your comments about that one?
Well, I thought, it's better than a loss. So, but I thought we came out a little slow. I thought Alex played very well in the first period. I thought after that, second and third period, we kind of settled down and played more of our hockey that we are capable of doing. We had 40 plus shots on net, which is always good to see. Need to put the puck in the net, obviously, and it was. I think we were a little nervous about playing Alexandria, I don't know. It was one of those games that you didn't. I didn't know what to think after the game. Whether they played well, we're not as good as I think they are. Maybe that it is what it is, and so I don't really have a whole lot of inside for you. I just thought that we could have played a little better. I thought our power play at the end of the game we had an opportunity to win the game at the end, and we came up a little short. We didn't even get a shot on net, and there's lots of things that are in progress that we need to continue to keep working on in practice. But for the most part, I was pretty happy that we escaped a tie, or escaped a loss there. So, but the kids were disappointed, which was good to see, because there's more effort to be had out there for them, I think.
I was just going to ask, what was the kids' reaction? So it was more disappointment than, I guess, like, okay, we can play with these guys?
I think so. I think it was more disappointment. I think they, at the end, thought they were a better team, and I think they weren't satisfied with the outcome, and that was kind of what they thought. So, and we just keep plugging away. We had 2 great practices after that on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was more like system stuff, but we had 2 really good practices on Monday and Tuesday. I thought the kids worked hard getting ready for tonight's game.
We didn't know at the beginning of the year what this season was going to be like, if there was going to be a postseason, and now I guess we have found out that there is going to be, at least as long as pandemic pending, there will be section playoffs, and there'll also be a state tournament.
Yeah, they came out today with our section stuff, and then also our state tournament. So it looks like they're going to move forward into the state tournament. It's all going to be kind of together, the Class A, Class AA, the girls, A and AA. So it's all going to be kind of jumbled in there with 20-something games, I believe, or right around there. I believe, I'm not 100%, I didn't read it, but it looks like that there's probably not going to be any consolation play. I think it's probably one and done. And then they're going to have, everything, quarterfinals, semis, and the championship game, and I'm not sure about a third place game or anything like that. But it appears that it just, you win, you move on. They'll have the winning brackets. But and then in our section, it's the high seed all the way through. There's not going to be any going to the MAC this year for the semifinals, 2 games. It's all going to be at the high seed. So the Alexandria game was that much more important that we tied or won in that one, because we do have them again later on in their building, and we've had our struggles in that building before. So it's important, the Fergus game, the Sartell game, the Cathedral game, those games are now very important to where you want to play in the sections.
Yeah, I was just going to say, always are important, but now even more important, because you'd love to stay at home the entire section playoffs, because you know the routine, you know what to expect.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to stay at home. You want to get the home ice advantage, your comfort. You can sleep in your own bed and get up, and you're not hopping on a bus, or in this case, this year, hopping in a car to go to a game. So, the bounces, your bench, you get your locker room. So, in that aspect, it's a 6-person out there for you that helps you. And then, unfortunately, we can't have a great number of fans, but then you get the fans in our building and things like that. So
I noticed you've switched up some of the lines again, and of course we're still early in the season here. Give us the reason for some of the switch ups.
I just think motivation for some of them. Also, we just trying to put, and it's in a difficult year this year with trying to bond. We can't just go down to the bowling alley anymore and have our bowl or do things like that. We can barely be in the hockey arena for very long before we have to get out. So there's not a whole lot of locker room chat and locker room things that kids used to kind of hang out together and watch TV in those type of things. So we're trying to find that that gel with some of the teams, and also motivation a little bit for people that are moved around, maybe in a spot that they don't want to be, and maybe we'll see a little better effort out of them.
Looking at your game tonight, Gentry Academy, your opponent. It's a school out of Vandus Heights. I think they're in their third year of existence, and obviously they have a very talented team, a young team, which is starting to become now a bunch of seniors. Last year, I think, a 21 season, and they have some excellent coaching, too, and in the likes of Joe Cullen, of course, the son of legendary great coach out of the Moorhead Spuds, Terry Cullen.
Yeah, they're a great group of guys. I talked to them before the game here, and things are plugging away for them. They do got some very talented kids. I've watched them on film. You just can't, there can't be any turnovers, or it's going to be in the back of the net. So highly skilled. If we can get in there, and I think our kids, let's face it, they're a little nervous. They probably are excited to play, but also a little nervous about just the big hype that they have had on this team for a couple of years now. So I think if we can just get out and get our feet wet and not give up any timely goals right at the beginning of the game, I think we'll hang in there, and hopefully we can show them that we can play hockey in Little Falls.
It'll be interesting to see both teams, because Gentry, their schedule, it hasn't been that strong, and here tonight you have your really first test other than the Alexandria game. And I guess my question to you is, how much importance do you put on this game, or is it just this game and then you can move on from that?
Well, I think you're probably right when you say that. It's going to be this game, and then we're going to continue to try to get better. We'll find out in a hurry what our weaknesses are tonight, whether it's a power play or a man short or a forecheck or our D zone. They're going to expose us if we have any poor play. We're not up to speed on some of our stuff. They're gonna come after us, and they'll expose that weakness. So it's a great time for us to figure out where we're at in the season, and try to continue to work on some of the things that will go wrong tonight. I mean, but then you kind of look and you move on to a new chapter in the season. I mean, we got Cathedral we got Mount Westonka on Saturday, and then we got a section game on Tuesday, and we don't have a game for, I don't know, quite a while after that. So it's a lot of practices. We'll implement some new things after this weekend and see what we can do. But definitely just kind of move on and work your hardest tonight and see where it lies.
All right, keys to the game tonight to get a win against Gentry Academy.
Well, I think just by watching their tape, they're very quick starters. So I think just to hold them off in the first maybe 7 to 8 minutes of the game, to have some effort, good efforts, working hard, trying to get shots to the net, and then also not allowing them to score. They've scored quickly in the last couple games that they've played. I think the last game they scored 2 goals in about a minute and 20 seconds. So we got to make sure that the beginning of the game goes well for us. The other thing I noticed is they're extremely well on their power play. So if we're gonna run our mouths or get into a penalty box situation where we're not, I don't know, we're taking bad penalties, we're gonna pay for it tonight. And then I think just for our kids to have some confidence, we're a good team, and we need to show it tonight by working hard, good effort, good attitude out on the ice.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much, James.
Once again, that's the head hockey coach of the Little Falls Flyers. That is Tony Kuchar.
And once again, thanks to Tony for that pregame interview, and always candid, isn't he, about what he expects from his club and what he's thinking about tonight's game.
He's candid, but it was nice to note at the end of the interview, he said, we're a good team, we need to be confident. Yes, they're going up against supposedly the number 2 team in the state. You can always kind of dissect the rankings. You got a small group of people that say, well, Gentry Academy is the second-ranked team in Class A. Hermantown's the number 1 team. Little Falls is supposedly number 5. I mean, that's what this select group of people think, but it matters what both teams do on the ice. So I like that Coach Kuchar said he's in his 28th season. He's got 416 career wins behind the Little Falls Flyers bench, but he said, you know what, we're a good team, and we need to be confident tonight.
You'd think that the Flyers would have been more nervous about the game against Alexandria, because that game actually has way more importance than this game does today.
Well, the Flyers didn't have their best first period against Alexandria Saturday afternoon. They were outshot 15-10. They trailed 2-1. But I thought for the most part they had a good second period, a good third period, and they had the better of the play in overtime. Final shots on goal in that Alexandria game were 41-33 in the Little Falls Flyers' favor. And the only goal of the third period was scored by Little Falls as Carter Othout. So you've got a Little Falls team that's undefeated, 4 wins, no losses, a tie. You got Gentry Academy at 5-0. This is a measuring stick game, and Coach Kuchar, he beefed up that schedule. And you look what's ahead for Little Falls. They got Dodge County. You've got a game at Duluth-Denfeld, and then they go to War Road to conclude the regular season on March 13th. And there's not going to be much time after that War Road game. Section seeding will be the next day on a Sunday, and then the first round of the section playoffs start the following Tuesday, and they'll crank up the Section 6A quarterfinals on that following Friday, and to be exact, that'll be March 19th.
Looking at Gentry Academy, a little bit more about them and who they're kind of scoring the goals for them, and it looks like it starts right on that first line, doesn't it?
It sure does. Nick Sajovic is the leading scorer for the Gentry Academy Stars. He's got 8 goals and 6 assists for 14 points. Zach Rhyme is a defenseman, and he is second in team scoring with 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points. Also tied with 10 points is Bailey McGraw, and McGraw will be the right wing on that first line, centered by Nick Sajovic, and Wes Berg will be on the left wing.
On the other side for the Flyers, as we heard head coach Tony Kuchar, he's kind of mixed up the lines a little bit and seeing some different guys pairing up with different guys tonight.
Well, Nick Stevens last week was moved to center, and tonight Nick Stevens will stay as center. He'll center that first line with Matt Philippi on the left, and Gabe Hirsch moves up on the right wing to join Stevens and Philippi. So that means the second line will feature Gunnar Gustafson, Hayden Johnson, and Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson. Stevens and Philippi have had a really nice start to the season. Nick Stevens was our Pizza Ranch player of the game in the 3-3 overtime tie with Alexandria. He goes 100 miles an hour when he's on the ice. He's very aggressive, not afraid to throw the body around. What was he telling you before the game? He wanted to have 100 hits tonight?
100 hits tonight,
100 hits tonight. I hope the stat girls are paying attention.
Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders for tonight's game.
The Gentry Academy Stars, they are undefeated, 5-0 from Section 4A. They'll start a senior in goal, number 32, Alex Timmons. Timmons has played 187 minutes. He's got a 4-0 overall record. A goals against average of 1.09 and a save percentage of 91.3%. Number 32, a senior, Alex Timmons, starts in goal for the Gentry Academy Stars. And for the Little Falls Flyers, 4 wins, no losses, and a tie. Dane Kuchar will start his 57th consecutive game for the Little Falls Flyers. Kuchar's 3rd varsity season, 57th consecutive start. In the 3-3 overtime tie with Alexandria on Saturday afternoon, Kuchar was 30 of 33. This season, he has played 255.1 minutes. Has 1.4 goals against average, save percentage of 93.9%, and he has 1 shutout. He had a streak broken in the Alexandria game. He had 144 consecutive scoreless minutes, and Alexandria broke that with a first period goal.
Let's go downstairs to Carmen Johnson with the starting lineups for both teams.
On defense, number 26, Connor Brown. At left wing, number 13, Bailey McGraw. At right wing, number 5, Wes Berg. And at center, number 18, Nick Sajovic. The Stars are coached by Mr. Joe Cullen. Here's your starting lineup for the Little Falls Flyers. In goal, senior number 35, Dane Kuchar. On defense, junior number 22, G. Moore. On defense, senior number 7, Joe Majurley. At left wing, sophomore number 27, Matt Philippi. At right wing, senior number 9, Gabe Hirsch. And at center, senior number 33, Nicholas Stevens. The head coach of the Flyers in his 28th season is Mr. Tony Kuchar.
That's a look at the starting lineups for both teams. And now we will have our national anthem. So we're just about ready for hockey action tonight here on Flyer Media Productions. Once again, the Flyers come in 4-0-1 on the year, ranked 5th in the state in the latest Let's Play hockey poll. Gentry Academy Stars 5-0 on the year, ranked number 2. And as always, before we start the broadcast, I always have to get your final comments on what we got tonight.
Flyers' first line features Nick Stevens, Gabe Hirsch, and Matt Philippi. Philippi has scored in all 5 games this season. Nick Stevens has at least 1 point in all 5 games. If the Flyers are to win tonight on home ice, those streaks are going to need to be extended.
As you can see tonight on Flyer Media Productions, Gentry Academy in the black uniforms with the red numbers and red trim, and for the Flyers back in their 2021 uniforms. As in 2000, what they had on Saturday, they had what were those back of the?
Oh yeah, the Ben
09?
Hanowski era.
Yeah, the 09 ones.
Yep, Ben Hanowski, Bo Hanowski, the Fesslers, Joey. Yep, that crew wore those jerseys.
All righty, we're ready to drop the puck, and we're underway with high school hockey tonight here on Flyer Media Productions. As we dump down into the Stars' end, they'll try to clear it out to center ice. On the tape here of the defenseman Brown, he'll play it over to the right wing side. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play as we already have a cross-checking call.
15 seconds into the game.
And that is going against the junior defenseman, Connor Brown. He's going 2 minutes to the box in their first power play for either team tonight.
Well, I talked about it in our pregame comments. 84 penalty minutes for Gentry Academy this season. That's the only blemish on the stat sheet. Little Falls gets a early power play.
Well, as we said in the pregame show too, they have 6 shorthanded goals, the Stars do. So here's the first power play of the night for either team, 7.7% on the power play for the Flyers. They are 1 for 13. Stevens with it. He'll pass it over to Moore, back over to Philippi, a shot on net, and Timmons makes the save and will hold on.
Good diagonal pass from Moore to Philippi. Philippi's a left-handed shot. Good wrist shot from there. Save made by Timmons in the Gentry Academy net. The official penalty call at 15 seconds of the first period. Connor Brown cross-checking.
Face off in the right circle to the left of the netminder Timmons. Draw one this time here by Skinner for the Stars. Can't clear it out of the zone as Moore is able to keep it in deep. Now picked up here by Von Klingraff. He'll play it all the way down, kill off some time. Minute 30 to go on the penalty here to Brown. Flyers will have it in their own end to start it. This is Maturely with it. He'll bring it up on the right wing side. Comes out to center ice now. This is Philippi. Philippi comes across the line. He'll go into the corner with it. Lost the puck there, and it's cleared the length of the ice by the Stars. Down to 1:05 to go here on the penalty time. That's a Brown for Gentry Academy. Flyers will regroup back in their own end. Struggling here a little bit, and we'll get a whistle, stoppage of play, and too many men on the ice here, they're saying. And it's going to go against the Flyers, and we'll now be back 4-on-4, and then we'll have a power play for Gentry Academy.
It's an unfortunate penalty against Little Falls, just 1:18 into the first period.
The officials are coming over right now to discuss who's going to serve the penalty, I think. See who they put in the box here. They now put somebody in, but we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey here as they're going to put Carter Oathout in there for 2 minutes for the too many men serving the bench mine.
The Flyers did change their power play units in practice this week, and that could have led to the confusion.
Here's Gunnar Gustafson. A lot of ice out there for these two teams. Gustafson comes across the line, quickly turned away there by Mosley. And he'll be moved up now to center ice here. Coming across the line this time is first set. Nope, just lost it there and back out the other way. Now come the Flyers. Gustafson will dump it in. Timmins goes out for a stroll, can't knock it down. Kaczynski Halgeson misses it. And it'll be brought up to center ice now on the right wing side. Moved up here this time by Mosley. Moved ahead here, back in attempt by Furseth. Couldn't get that one off. And it'll be cleared the length of the ice here. And this will go just wide of Timmins, so that'll be an icing call here on the Flyers. There's still 20 seconds to go on the 4-on-4 hockey, and then we'll have about a 1:03 power play for Gentry Academy.
1:18 of the first period, a bench minor to the Little Falls Flyers for too many men on the ice. Served by number 18, Carter Oathout.
Zajovic in there to win the draw. He'll play it back now to Rhyme. Quick shot on net. Kucher makes the save there. Right on the doorstep was McGraw. Couldn't get a handle on that one, and it'll be flipped back out to center ice here by Moore. Out at center, played there by Ricky. Bumped across the line now. Zajovic on that right side there, tied up there with Colton Johnson. Penalty time is expired. Now to Brown. He gets back into play. Now a power play for Gentry as they're at 28.6%. 6 of 21 this year.
George Moore is going to get a penalty.
Another penalty coming up here to the Flyers. And the extra attacker comes on now as Timmins goes to the bench. Flyers touch it. And it'll be a 5-on-3 advantage here for Gentry Academy at 41 seconds. And I guess the officials are we're going to have tons of penalties tonight the way this is going to be. We've already had 3 penalties and we're not even 3 minutes in.
Time of the penalty, 2:38 of the first period. George Moore took down Bailey McGraw right in front of Dane Kucher. He gets the citation off to the penalty box.
Well, in the JV game, it was 8-0 Gentry Academy, but the end of the game got a little bit physical, so I wonder if the officials are trying to set the tone right away. So a 5-on-3 advantage here.
Yeah, they got spooked by the end of the JV game.
I think they did. 25 seconds on the 5-on-3 here. It's out at center ice. Gentry Academy, and this is McGraw. He'll play it up on the left side to Hall. Hall now tries to get it back to McGraw. Back down to on the right wing side, taken here by Rhyme. Played now over to Brown. Now on the tape there of Sadkovic. Here's a quick chance down low. Sticked out of there by Kucher. One penalty is expired, and Dane has lost his stick too. Now it's 5-on-4 for 1:15. That stick is laying just to the left. Now Colton Johnson gives his stick up. Brown now has it. Pass now over here. Still Brown with it. Right wing side now. Picked up there by McGraw. Check that. That is actually Hall with the shot. It goes wide, and still a minute to go here on the power play. That shot now from Brown at the high slot. Hit traffic, caroms off. Trying to go down low this time, and a shot there is Rhyme. Unable to get one off. Now Brown moves in. Passes over. Has a wide open net. Shot and a goal by Hall on the power play. And it's 1-0 Gentry Academy.
A lot going on for the Little Falls Flyers. Dane Kucher had lost his stick. Colton Johnson lent him his stick. Kucher regained his stick, but Johnson didn't get his stick back. And the Gentry Academy Stars convert on the power play. Barrett Hall to give this the Stars a 1-0 lead.
Hall's 4th of the season. It is a power play goal. That's power play goal number 7 of the year.
On the power play, 1307, number 15, Barrett Hall. With the assist, number 18, Revan Brigus, and number 13,
Sajovic gets 1 assist. McGraw gets the other assist. And it is now 1-0 in favor of Gentry Academy. Out to center ice come the Stars with it now. This is Berg with it. Comes across the line, pulled down there by Moore. Play continues on as Inez will play it around over to Gendro. Rink wide pass is caught there at center ice by Tower Morrison. He lost it. Back the other way now comes Mosley, and a big hit there as Mosley got hit.
Penalty against Little
Another
Falls.
penalty coming up. 3rd penalty already against the Flyers. They're calling a kneeing call. We've had 4 penalties now in just a little over 4 minutes of play.
That's a kneeing minor to the Little Falls Flyers.
Head coach Tony Kuchar having a little question on that call. And I'm even questioning, it's like, are we going to let them play or are we just going to be in the box all day, either team?
Gendro for kneeing at 4:34 of the first period. Gentry Academy back to the power play. They're 1 for 2 with the man advantage.
It'll come in on Dane Kuchar. He'll cover up. And we'll get a face-off and a stoppage of play. So 1:56 on the power play. As you mentioned, Gendro to the box, 2 minutes for kneeing. 1-0 is our score as Barrett Hall scored the lone goal so far of the game for the Stars. Grigas now shot towards the net. I think there was a man in the crease, which there was, as that shot came from the high slot by Norland. That'll bring the face-off outside the zone.
Official scoring on Gentry Academy's first goal on the power play, 4th of the season for Barrett Hall. First assist, Nick Sajovic. 2nd assist, Bailey McGraw.
Trying to win the draw there was Furseth. Get some help now. The Stars on the power play here for another 1:45. They lead 1-0 already on a power play goal. Behind the net, this is Mosley with it. Gets it back down to the point. Grigas gets it back. Quick shot there. That was deflected in front and bounces off the glass. And Dane Kuchar is able to put the paw on it and draw another faceoff. 7 shots already here in the game for Gentry Academy as they lead 1-0.
Gentry Academy had scored 50 goals through 5 games this season, and Little Falls has already went to the penalty box 3 times. This is power play number 3 for the Stars. That trend must not continue for the Flyers.
Well, that was one of the keys to the game, is stay out of the penalty box, and that hasn't happened so far for the Flyers. Out at center ice once again, the Stars with it. This is Norland. He'll turn it back. Gives it over now to Grigas. Right wing side touch there. I believe that's Furseth. It's hard to read these numbers, Jamie. They're not as easy as we thought. Back to the point now. That red on black. Here's a shot taken there, that time off the stick of Grigas, and that one played to the side. Inside of 56 seconds to go here in the power play. Once again moving in. Shot on net, save made there. Juicy rebound comes on the circle. Penalty coming up here against Gentry Academy.
Yep, Matt Phillippe was
got pulled down. So the 5th penalty of the game already. I don't think we even had 5 penalties in the first couple of games we've done.
Well, there were a few penalties in the Alexandria game Saturday afternoon.
Couple.
Minor penalty, Damon Furseth at 5:47 of the first.
11:13 to go here in the first. 1-0 is our score. Even strength, quick shot taken there by Majurley. That one goes wide. Colton Johnson coming in, tripped up in the corner that time. A lot of stick work done here by Gentry Academy right now and a couple of the Flyer players, the Johnson brothers. Coming across the line now, this is Millis. He'll dump it in deep for Gentry Academy. Trying to clear it out of the zone, unable to do so. There was Hirsch keeping it in. Now it comes to the high slot here, taken by Brown. Connor Brown moving in, fires a shot, but that one ricochets off of Hayden Johnson's skate. A lot of activity going on all over the place. And we're down to about 8 seconds here, and then we'll have a power play for the Flyers. In the corner now, roughed up there, and like I said, a lot of stick work. 1:10 to go here. Played out at center ice, dumped all the way back, and they will call icing here on the Flyers as the Flyers just came out of the penalty box with 1:03 to go here on the power play for Little Falls. 1-0 Gentry Academy.
The General Minor has expired. Now it's a Little Falls Flyer power play for the second time in the game. They were unsuccessful with their first attempt. 1 for 13 this season coming into the game, and they did finally get that power play marker Saturday afternoon in the 3-3 tie with Alexander. Nick Stevens.
Nick Stevens says he wants 100 hits today. He's going to have to make up for all those other ones that haven't even happened yet. Here's Majorly now, over to Moore. Moore, a quick shot, Timmons save, rebound is loose. Kaczynski Helgeson on the doorstep trying to knock it in. Puck comes loose, picked up here by Norland. Held in at the left point by Moore. Bumped off the play there now. Norland has it in the corner. Trying to keep it in is Majorly. He will. Flips it over to Moore. Moore places it in the corner. Behind the net now. This is Kaczynski Helgeson. Gets it over to Philippi. Philippi back to Kaczynski Helgeson. Helgeson centers a pass out there. It's knocked down though by Gentry Academy. Picked up by Philippi. Tries to walk it along the goal line extended. And it's cleared the length of the ice there by Ryan. Right onto the netminder. Kucher. Seconds left. Power in the first. 1-0 is our score. Shots 10-3 in favor of Gentry. Have to have your head on a swivel as it got lit up there at center ice. And another penalty or offside?
They're offsides at the offensive blue line for the Little Falls Flyers.
I believe it's offside, even though the official in the corner called
You're making an assumption that they could call another penalty. We've only had 5 here in the first period. Gentry Academy's 1 for 3 on the power play. Little Falls 0 for 2 with the man advantage.
You look below. Empty right now.
That's right.
That hasn't happened yet. Seconds. So we'll play some 5-on-5 hockey for how long? That's the question. 8:50 to go here in the first. 1-0 Stars lead. Zajovic now. His rink-wide pass too strong to handle that time to Berg. Berg will get it back. Now Zajovic once again will try it again. Gets it over to Berg. Berg now coming in left side. Had a man wide open. That was Zajovic. Couldn't get it over to him. Zajovic then pasted to the wall that time by Marshall Inez. Tower Morrison will play it to the line, not out as it's held in there by Mosley. Down low now, Zajovic got it back on his tape for a short time. Now the other number 18 for the Flyers is Othau, and he'll slide out to center ice. Picked right back up by Grigas. Gets it on the right wing side. Coming in, quick shot taken there, that time by Berg. Whistles that one wide. Held in by Grigas at the left point. Down low, Zajovic, quick shot, and a save by Kucher. And he holds on, and then we got a couple players out at center ice jostling a little bit as they're all roughing up.
Wow, the Flyers went for a line change. It was Little Falls' third line out against Gentry Academy's first line. Flyers went for a change, but Gentry Academy was right there to transition the puck back to the offensive blue line. Eventually they had a chance down low, and Dane Kucher once again tested here in the first period. He is 10 of 11.
Moore's pass comes way out. Can Kaczynski Helgeson get there in time? No, he can't. It'll be icing coming up here against the Flyers with 8 minutes exactly to go here in the first. 11-3 shots in favor of the Stars. They also lead 1-0.
Well, one observation from Gentry Academy's 10-2 win against Holy Angels on Tuesday night was the fact that they were so efficient coming through the neutral zone. It was so difficult for Holy Angels to contain the Stars as they came through center ice and got set up in the offensive end of the ice. Little Falls is going to have to do a better job than Holy Angels did of slowing up the Stars through center.
Puck comes towards the netminder Kucher. He knocks it down. Millis then got hit along the end wall there, actually on the right half wall there by Gustafson. Played ahead now here by Hayden Johnson. Moore now on the end wall there, tied up there with Brown. Out at center ice it comes. Loose puck picked up here in a partial breakaway. Moving in, shot on net, save made there as Shane Dean, the sophomore, looking for his first goal of the year, put it right into the midsection of Dane Kucher, and he holds on.
Opportunistic Shane Dean goes in on a partial breakaway, and providing a little supposedly legal interference was Hayden Johnson.
Face off of the right circle to the left of the netminder Kucher down to the Flyer end. Stevens unable to win that draw as first set plays it into the corner. Flyers bring it to the line but not out, held in there by Norland. Here's a shot taken there from the left point, and that one goes off the blocker pad and out of play as Rhyme took that shot from the point.
I think the other thing to keep an eye on throughout the game is how will the Little Falls Flyers do in the faceoff circle. Gentry Academy, I thought, was awful sharp in the faceoff circle on Tuesday night.
Out to center ice, here comes Majorly. That is pocket pick there, and then it'll be sent in by Philippi. First back there to get it this time is Rhyme. Trying to move up to center ice now here, picked up here by Furseth. 2-on-1 on the left wing. He's got Hall, the goal scorer. Glove save made there by Kucher. And he holds on, as that is shot number 14 already for the Stars here in the first period.
Gliding down the left wing, serving as the decoy was Barrett Hall, as the Stars got another odd man rush. Good save made by Dane Kucher.
Face off of the right circle to the left of the netminder Kucher. Zagovic and Gustafson battling, and now they're going to kick out. Well, it looked like they put his hand up to kick him out. Now he says, "Now you can come back in." My bad. Trying to clear it out to center ice. Flyers do. Gustafson now plays it over to an open wing. Going back to pick up the loose puck is Mosley. Here's a little give and go now. Sanchovic at center ice with it. He'll play it over on the right wing side. Touch there by McGraw. McGraw bumped up along the glass. He continues on behind the net. That's Majorly. Gets over Kaczynski Halgeson. Can't clear the zone yet. Now it's Zagovic with it. Zagovic being shadowed there by Gustafson. Zagovic now moves to the high slot. Now to the right side. Shot on net. Save made there by Kucher. And Majorly picks up the loose puck and will flip it up. And it'll go out to center. 6:15 to go here in the first. Still 1-0 Stars lead. They try the home run pass. That's going to be icing instead here. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Flyers.
We haven't had a chance to look at the Flyers line chart. We'll do that now. Stevens centers Philippi and Gabe Hirsch. The second line features Gunnar Gustafson between Hayden Johnson and Robbie Kaczynski Helgeson. Third line out for Little Falls right now. It's Carter Oathout between Tower Morrison and Isaiah Gendro. Six defensemen: Majorly, Moore, Inez, Colton Johnson, Rexted, Cray, with Kucher in net.
Inez just took that shot. Timmons steers that one aside. 6 minutes to go here in the first. Out at center ice, picked up by Dean. Nice little move now at the line. And it tipped away there by Moore as they go crashing into the corner. Puck underneath. Who's going to get there first and pick it up? Moore trying to dig it out of Dean there. And it'll be General playing it off the end wall. Tries to get over to Tower Morrison. Heads up. Morrison avoids a couple of checks, but then there's a hit from behind and play continues on. That should have been a penalty. They completely missed that, so I guess now we're not going to blow the whistle. Out at center ice, picked up here by Dean. Trying to get to it first is Morrison. It'll be controlled here now by Gentry Academy. Flipped down at center ice to Dean. Knocked down there by Oathout. Dean has it again. He'll flip it ahead now here to Brown. Brown moves in. Nice little move there. Nearly got around George Moore, but a nice job for Moore to find that puck and flip it back out to center. Back at center once again. Brought in this time by Furseth. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Still 1-0 Stars lead. And a very quick-paced, physical, you name it. It's got pretty much everything so far. Here comes Stevens. Haven't heard his name much tonight. Goes in on the short side. Can't get that one in. Back behind the net now, controlled here by Gentry Academy, and they'll bring it back out to neutral ice. Moved ahead here to Furseth. Right wing side. Colin Cray comes over, plays it away. Trying to play it out to center ice is Philippi. He's jostling there, and it just got out. Well, that looked like it got out of the zone, but they held it in, it looks like. That's what the officials say is Stevens now a little give and go with Philippi. Stevens out at center, got whacked at center. Play continues on. Goes off a skate of one of the Stars players right at the Gentry line. Players are all over the place.
Stevens is getting roughed up big time.
He just got punched in the face.
Referee spotted a penalty. That's got to be against Mosley.
I wonder what he said to him.
Time of the minor penalty, 12:50 of the first period. Third minor against the Stars.
The officials are actually going to talk things over here below us. Mosley's going to the box at least for 2.
Unless they're going to assess a double minor. The penalty box door clearly isn't open on the Little Falls Flyers side, as the penalty boxes are right below us, so we have to keep track of that on the monitor.
You want to listen to them, what they're saying? Here you go. Now they're saying they don't think it was a punch, it was more of a push. So they're probably just going to give him 2 minutes.
There was multiple pushes, though. Coach Kuchar and it looks like Wesley Wojtaszek are down right at ice level. They'd like an explanation. We've got one of the referees at the Gentry Academy bench.
Oh, they're giving him a 5-minute major. They just put the 5 minutes up.
5-minute major. Andrew Mosley.
Well, it looked like he, at the very end there, at the last second of the face mask, threw a punch.
Number 5, Wes Bird. 5 minutes for head contact.
Is that a cross check?
Contact to the head, I believe.
Contact to the head.
Is what Carmen Johnson, our public address announcer, said.
Number 37, Anthony Mosley.
They said Mosley.
Yep, I believe she said contact to the head. At any rate, it's a Little Falls Flyer major power play.
So that's a 5-minute penalty. So that means Flyers can score as much as they want if they can. And right there we got a face-off going to be down to the Flyer zone as the puck came in on the netminder Dane Kuchar, and he'll cover up.
Shots favor Gentry Academy 16-5. Power play number 3 for Little Falls.
Zagovic wins the draw. Lays it back to the point. As we mentioned, 6 shorthanded goals for the Stars. And Zagovic has 3 of them. He's out there right now on the penalty kill. Stevens trying to bring it across the line. It's fluttered back all the way down into the Flyers zone. 3:40 to go here in the first. 4:25 to go on the penalty time. That to Mosley for the 5-minute major contact to the head.
The Stars are ultra aggressive on the penalty kill. No room for the Flyers to operate.
Little Falls just struggling right now to regroup. Filipino gives it to Majurley behind. They'll play it back now to Majurley, and finally they'll get a little bit of breathing room here as Joe Majurley going to start carrying it out to center. There's got to be somebody open, and there's Stevens. Stevens comes across the line, goes into the corner with it. Stevens got crunched in the corner there that time, as it was Ricky that came over. Here's a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Pass down low, good job coming back. Now a shot taken there. That one just wide by Brown. As coming back there was Barrett Hall looking for his 2nd goal of the game, shorthanded wise.
Good job back checking by Gabe Hirsch to help out.
Yeah, Hirsch came back there to help out. Else Hall might have had a golden opportunity.
The emergency light went on and the Flyers were on the power play.
2:35 to go here in the first. Still that major penalty being served by Mosley in the box. That'll carry into the 2nd period. Flyers just need to regroup here offensively. Inez now trying to get it back over to Othout, and he clears it all the way back down into zone end. Gustafson will pick it up now. Give it off to Hayden Johnson, who spins away there from Hall. Hall now back over to Gustafson. Comes out down into the Star zone. Picked up here by Grigas. Can't clear it out of the zone. Well, now they say it was out of the zone, so the Flyers have to touch up, and that'll give them a chance to go all the way down. Clearing it away there that time from the forechecking Hall is Kuchar, down to 2:40 on the penalty time. 1:45 to go here in the first. Gentry Academy 17 shots in the first period, just 5 for the Flyers, and Little Falls has yet to get anything going here on the power play, and they've already had 2.5 minutes of power play opportunity. Here's an opportunity, maybe a 2-on-1 developing now. Furseth's got a man on the right wing, slides it over, shot there just wide that time as Millis had came in. Back now at its center ice, giving right back up here now to Furseth. Furseth will play it now over to Rhyme. Rhyme now has it once again. Outlet pass over to Furseth. Furseth coming in shorthanded. He took a hit there from Stevens. And a good job for Stevens there, at least to stop the Stars from coming in. And we're down to a minute to go here in the first. Still 5-on-4 advantage here for the Flyers. Now backhand attempt there, a weak one there by Majurley. And Timmons will hold on. And we'll get an offensive zone faceoff down in the Star zone.
Joe Majurley kind of turned around and whipped one onto the net. I believe that was the first shot for Little Falls on this major power play. Hockey's version of a full court press. Gentry Academy on the penalty kill.
Yeah, they've been
unbelievable.
The speed of Gentry Academy is definitely, they're at least a full half a stride, if not more, on the Flyers. Here's Stevens behind the net, and they're physical too. Pulling down that time, Stevens. Chance there, that one tickled off the side of the twine. There by Moore,
Look
back
out.
the other way, maybe a partial breakaway here for McGraw. McGraw coming in, good job by Moore to come back, not draw a penalty, and knock the puck away. Zajovic down low now, tries to pass it out in front there to McGraw. Little give and go, as also down there that time was Norland. 14 seconds left to go in the period. Flyers are just hoping to get out of here. And that could have been a check from behind, and they let it go. Wow. Yeah, George Moore might have gone away with a 5-minute major there. Down to a second. Here's Philippi, and that'll do it. And the first period has mercifully come to an end, but lots of action in this one, and only one goal to tell you about.
Only goal in the first period at 3:53 on the power play from Gentry Academy's Barrett Hall. First assist, Nick Sajovic. Second assist, Bailey McGraw. And here's a look at the Gentry Academy goal, only goal in the first period, as the Stars take a 1-0 lead into the first period intermission. Wow, it's exhausting watching Gentry Academy on the penalty kill.
Yeah, I think I finally caught up with some of the numbers now, but yeah, it's a very fast-paced first period, very physical.
Ultra aggressive in all caps in terms of a Gentry Academy penalty kill. They do not give up, and Little Falls was having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone on that major power play. They got into the neutral zone, things didn't get much better. I believe through 4 minutes and 10 seconds of that major power play, Little Falls only had one shot on, one maybe two?
One for sure.
Okay.
One for sure, maybe two.
But
well, that's it.
Shots on goal through one period of play, 18 for Gentry Academy, 6 for the Little Falls Flyers. Wow, the Flyers, fortunately, they had their life preservers on there in period one. Otherwise, they would have sunk.
Well, look at it this way. I guess only down 1-0, got through the first 17 minutes, and we've seen Gentry Academy go and just blow teams out right away in the first period.
Yeah, in Tuesday night's 10-2 win against Holy Angels, Gentry Academy had a 4-0 lead 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the first period. So that did not happen here. Little Falls is going to have to settle down, be a little more patient in period two. They've got 50 seconds on that major power play to start the second period. Be nice if they could get one, but don't give one up shorthanded.
I'm going to let you think about how you're going to slow down Gentry Academy in the second period. We're going to take a break. We'll take about a 6-minute break. We'll come back. We'll have the first period summary, and then I'll ask you that question. How do you slow down Gentry Academy if you can? 1-0 is our score. Once again, you're watching here on Flyer Media Productions. Back after this short timeout. One period complete here at the Exchange Arena in Little Falls. Boys High School hockey tonight on Flyer Media Productions, and it is Gentry Academy, the number 2 ranked team in the Class A rankings, which came out today. They're leading 1-0 over the 5th ranked Little Falls Flyers. James Hershey along with Jamie Pettit. One period in the books, and let's get a scoring summary.
Gentry Academy's undefeated. They're 5-0. The Little Falls Flyers 4 wins, no losses, and a tie. That tie came on Saturday afternoon, 3-3 in overtime against the Alexandria Cardinals. Just one goal in period 1. It was on the power play for the Gentry Academy Stars from the stick of number 15, Barrett Hall. And for Barrett Hall, it was his 4th goal of the season. We have a chance to look at it here on Flyer Media Productions. Hall does a nice job of stopping it with his skate, got it to the stick blade, beat Kucher to give the Stars a 1-0 lead. First assist, Nick Sajovic. Second assist, Bailey McGraw. Only goal of the first period, his 4th of the season from Barrett Hall. Shots on goal in the first, 18 for Gentry Academy, 6 for the Little Falls Flyers. Dane Kucher, the senior, tending net for the Little Falls Flyers, starting his 57th consecutive game for the Flyers. He was 17 of 18. The senior goaltender for the Gentry Academy Stars, Alex Timmons, 6 of 6. Each team whistled for 3 penalties in period 1. The 3 penalties against Little Falls were minor penalties. Gentry Academy is 1 for 3 on the power play. Gentry Academy, 2 2-minute minor penalties and 1 5-minute major penalty. Little Falls is 0 for 2 on the power play. There is 50 seconds remaining on Little Falls' 3rd power play. It's a major power play. The first 4 minutes and 10 seconds of that major power play at the end of the first period did not go well because Gentry Academy was as aggressive as you could possibly be on the penalty kill to keep Little Falls bottled up in their own zone and within the neutral zone. It's Gentry Academy 1, Little Falls 0 after 1 period of play from the Exchange Arena.
All right, you had about 6 minutes to give me an answer to that question. How do you slow down a team like Gentry Academy here in the second period?
You've got to be really good in your own zone. You can't make mistakes. You try to keep Gentry Academy off to the perimeter, wide as much as possible. But right now, Gentry Academy is winning the battle in the neutral zone. They're so good, they're so quick with transition in the neutral zone. We had an instance there in the first period where Little Falls went for a line change and Gentry Academy immediately whipped that puck up to the offensive blue line, and Little Falls has to minimize the odd man rushes that we saw from Gentry Academy in the first period of play. This is a highly skilled team. I mean, you can see that they're 5-0 for a reason, and coming into the game, they've scored 50 goals in 5 games. They're averaging more than 52 shots on goal a game, and Little Falls, with opportunities on the power play in the first period, they did not go well, but you start period 2 with a little bit of a bonus here. You get 50 seconds of power play. You now know what to expect. You can watch all the film you want. Yes, Gentry Academy's games, they were out there. You had a chance to watch the Tartan game, had a chance to watch the Holy Angels game. You can only get so much from the videotape. What it comes down to is now they've had 17 minutes to get some experience, and they're going to have to step it up in the second.
Gentry Academy has been in this position once, only winning by a score of 1-0 after the first period. That was against Providence Academy, and eventually they won that game 11-0. Otherwise, they've at least outscored their opponents in the first period at least 3 goals or more. So a close first period on the scoreboard, but 3-1 in the shot category for Gentry Academy. All right, puck is down, second period is underway. And once again, the Stars will clear it to the length of the ice, and we'll start things out once again here. Moore now in his own corner. Get some help from Majerle behind the net. They still have 30 seconds to go here on the power play. Played up here to Nick Stevens. Stevens slides it over now. Coming in there was Hershey. Couldn't get to it in time. Tried to play it back into the circle, and it's intercepted there by Hall. Now Stevens in the corner with it. Hall will play it up to the line, and Majerle will able to keep it in for a short time. Picked up here by Norland. Norland takes a hit at center ice there by Majerle. 9 seconds left. Stevens trying to come across the line. He does, goes into the corner now with it, and then Hall will play it back up to center ice. All bump there. Penalty time's expired. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Inez coming back, trying to take it away from Norland, and Norland slides it across, and it comes back out to center. Johnson now throws it right onto the tape that time of Savovic. Picked up here now by Norland. Rink wide pass caught on the left side. Little give and go. Sajovic now with it. He'll play it back. Shot towards the netminder. Kucher makes the save. Dane has to scramble back into the net. Plays behind there. Sajovic trying to pick up that loose puck once again. Played to the line. Not out yet here as it's held in there. That time by Ricky. Ricky plays it in down deep. Now on the side of that shot there. Save made by Kucher. Rebound in the blue paint somewhere and finally played up to the line but not out. 5-on-5 hockey here. Still controlled here by Gentry Academy. This is Ricky with it now. Shot towards the net. Save is made. Juicy rebound, but nobody there for the Stars. They're able to keep it in, though. This is Brown with it moving in. Fires a shot towards the net. Comes towards the net. Minor Kucher slips through and in the net. Score for the Stars. And it is now 2-0. That puck just went through the 5-hole of Dane Kucher and was knocked in there by Bailey McGraw.
Little Falls had a difficult time trying to clear the zone, and it ultimately cost them as Gentry Academy's Connor Brown held it at the blue line, was able to throttle one towards the net, and cleaning it up in front was Bailey McGraw. Kucher had it for a while, not long enough it got by him, and McGraw gets credit for the goal.
His 6th of the season.
At 1:55 of the second period, number 13, Bailey McGraw, unassisted.
So an unassisted goal. So McGraw will get the credit for the goal, as I mentioned, his 6th of the season, and now makes it 2-0 Gentry Academy. Flyers trailing by a couple, trying to get some offensive zone time. Not much of that whatsoever. Out at center ice now. McGraw with it, the goal scorer. Sajovic now with it. Sajovic with it. He'll play it back now to McGraw at the point. They'll slide it over, but it comes outside the zone. Picked up by Shaw. Or check that, that's actually Mosley. Give and go. Sajovic now with it. Sajovic tried to take a shot. It was deflected there by the stick of Moore. Sajovic tries to control that play. Back to the point it comes now, as it was taken there by Furseth. Intercepted here by Stevens. Out to center ice it comes. Hayden Johnson picks up the loose puck. And Hayden Johnson tried to go around that time. Mosley's taken out of the play. Hayden Johnson gets the puck back on the half wall. Turns around, sends it towards the netminder Timmins. Never reached. And it's played back out to center. Picked up by Majorly. Throws it off the glass. Now to Kaczynski Halgeson. He'll dump and chase after it. First back there is Mosley. Now Kaczynski Halgeson intercept. Tried to center it out to Gustafson. It was knocked down there by the Stars. Now Gunnar Gustafson passes out front. Shot. Score! Hayden Johnson has made it 2-1. A little give and go behind the net. And that gets the Flyers their first of the game. And Hayden Johnson, goal number 1 of the season for him.
Robbie Kaczynski Helgeson knocked the Star off the puck in the corner. Gunnar Gustafson picked it up. Going towards the net was Hayden Johnson. Good pass from Gustafson. Great shot from Johnson. And the Little Falls Flyers are on the board at 3:17 of the second.
So Hayden Johnson with the goal.
3:17 in the second period. Number 19, Hayden Johnson. With the assist, number 24, Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson, and number 15.
So let's see if that gets the Flyers maybe going here. And icing coming up. Oh, the wave off the ice. How could that have been played?
I think it was touched.
You think it was touched at the
Yes.
line? Okay. I was going to say, otherwise there's no way that would have been able to be played. They're coming across the line for the Stars now. Left side, this is Dean. Taken out of the play there by Majorly. Out at center ice now, this is Othout with it. He'll dump, he'll chase. 13 minutes to go here in the second. And a 1-goal game once again. As the Flyers have found a way to put a puck past the netminder Timmins. Left wing side coming in now. Good job there defensively. That was Moore as Shaw was coming in. Cleared out to center and all the way back now to come in on Timmins. Actually taken away there by Ricky. Outlet pass moved up here now coming in. Backhand attempt, save, score. Dane Kucher just kept sliding towards the corner and he couldn't stop, and Barrett Hall just put it right in, had a wide open net, and it's 3-1.
The long stretch pass up to the offensive blue line, and driving in towards that net was Hall. Dane Kuchar couldn't fend him off. Eventually Hall puts the puck into the net to give Gentry Academy a 3-1 lead, but it was the stretch pass that got it up to the offensive blue line, and from there Hall took it to the Flyers' net.
26 of the second period, number 15, Barrett Hall. With the assist, number 22, Nathan Ricky.
Ricky gets that stretch pass assist. Hall gets his second of the game. Here comes Hall again, looking for the hat trick already. That one just goes wide. Held in at the point by Ricky. That one redirected, and that one caromed into the corner. So it went off the, looked like maybe the knee there of Shaw.
Got to try to find a way to deny those stretch passes. They're dangerous.
Shots are 25-7 in favor of Gentry Academy, and they lead now 3-1. So back to a 2-goal lead once again. See if the Flyers can cut it back to 1. Coming across the line, there's a wrist shot taken there that time. As that one by Connor Brown. Brown now with it once again. He'll play it into the corner. Stevens with it. Stevens has got a little bit of room. That's a rarity so far tonight. Gets it over to Philippi. He'll dump it in the corner, and they'll go off in a line change. And once again, here's that stretch pass caught there by McGraw, but offsides. They'll say was Millis.
Let's get caught up on the scoring. We've had 3 goals here in the second period. Gentry Academy took a 2-0 lead at 1:55, an unassisted goal for Bailey McGraw, his 6th of the season. Little Falls would get their first of the night at 3:17 of period 2. Hayden Johnson's first of the year. First assist, Gunnar Gustafsson. Second assist, Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson. And then at 4:26 of period 2, second goal of the game, 5th of the season for Barrett Hall. Single assist to Nathan Ricky. 3-1 Gentry Academy. Good job on the replay, guys.
Art Deal doing an excellent job, along with his camera crew too, of all youth hockey players. There's a shot on the net, saved there by Kuchar once again. As Sachovic took that shot from the right point. Icing coming up here on the Flyers with 11:05 to go in the second. 3-1. Couple score updates.
Yeah, I had my correspondent from Alexandria check in. Bemidji has a 3-1 lead over Alexandria after 1 period of play, and it's Kitson Central all over Breckenridge Wahpeton, 13-0.
Face off in the left circle to the right of the netminder Kuchar. And they'll reface that one off again, as that was a early draw there by the linesmen, Gustafsson and Savovich.
Flyers got on the board, and then 1 minute and 9 seconds later, Gentry Academy spoiled the party by scoring again. It was such a nice goal from Hayden Johnson. Good work by Gustafsson and Kaczynski-Helgeson on the assists. All kinds of sticks on the ice.
Kaczynski-Helgeson didn't know where his stick is, so he actually picked up one of the sticks of the Stars, that being McGraw. And now McGraw and him are battling again. And this will be another icing call coming up here.
You know, he used his opponent's stick.
It's almost more fun to watch the play away from the puck than it is with the puck, but I have to realize that I got to follow the play. But of course you can watch it on TV, so it's not like it's a radio broadcast tonight. So
nope,
TV
only tonight.
Sit back, relax, and
we'll go back. We'll go back to our radio jobs on Tuesday.
That's when the Flyers will take on the 2-time defending section champs, the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders. But before that, they have Mount Westaka coming up on Saturday. 3-1 is our score. Flyers will try to get it out to center ice. And it'll be Oath out as he got it out to center ice and nearly lost his head too. Now a huge collision as Tyler Morrison just got belted right behind us, or below us here. What are we going to call here? Well, we might get another 5 here. As you can hear, a lot of jawing down right now. I've got to.
Yeah, we have to be a little quick on the volume there.
The officials talking right now.
The linesmen and the referees are meeting.
They're telling the Gentry Academy player to get in the box.
Penalty
and get
box
out of the
door
circle.
opens.
Trying to think that was Connor Brown again, 26 maybe? Or was it 2? Maybe Skinner.
I think it was Chet Skinner.
It was a
that
2.
was,
I just couldn't see the other number.
Was escorted into the penalty box. Now the door opens again.
They're going to put somebody else in. It might be a 5 and a 10. If it was a cross check or a check from behind, it could be the 5 and the 10.
Time of the penalty will be 6:49.
It's 5 minutes.
The referee just jumped in the penalty
Well, it's
box.
a 5-minute major to Chet Skinner, and I think it's going to be a 5 and a 10 is what they're probably, unless they just went in there just to say it's only a 5. See if they throw it up. There's another guy going in now too. So this will be a 5-minute major along with a 10-minute misconduct.
It's going to be power play number 4 for Little Falls. They are 0 for 3 with the man advantage. Flyers are down a couple goals here in the second.
Well, last time this didn't work out so well for him. Here's a shot by Moore.
The Stars, number 2, Chet Skinner, a 5 and 10 for checking from behind.
Check from behind is the call. So Skinner will be in the box for 15 minutes. And the penalty is being served there by, I think it was Von Klinggraf that went in there. So that's where the 5 minutes will be. But once again, shorthanded, but here, once again on the attack is Hall and the Stars. Little give and go back to Hall, shoots, scores. And it's 4-1.
That's the hat trick for Barrett Hall.
Shorthanded, 7th shorthanded goal of the season for Gentry Academy.
They move the puck back to the line, and then they return it to Hall, and he beat Kuchar short side. Third of the night for Hall. It's a 4-1 lead for Gentry Academy. Shorthanded goal.
So the goal scored by Hall, goals 4, 5, and 6 of the year, now gives him 10 points. 6 goals on the season.
Academy at 7:27 of the second period, a shorthanded goal by number 15, Barrett Hall, with the assist to number 9, Damon Verseth. Hall.
Verseth will get the lone assist on the goal, a shorthanded goal. As I mentioned, the 7th shorthanded goal of the season for Gentry Academy. This is only their 6th game.
They are absolutely suffocating on the penalty kill, the Stars are.
Here's Olthout coming in, and it tipped away, and that sent the length of the ice. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Still 3:50 to go on the major penalty, the checking from behind call on Chet Skinner. We've had 2 5-minute majors against Gentry Academy, and they've got 1 goal to show for it so far. And now we get looks like an offside call here as we get some more shoving after the whistle.
Shots favor Gentry Academy 29-7. There's 3:38 remaining on Little Falls, the second major power play opportunity of the game. It's Barrett Hall with 3 goals for Gentry Academy, also scoring for the Stars. Bailey McGraw, lone goal for the Little Falls Flyers from Hayden Johnson.
Stevens turned away there. Back out to center ice it comes. Picked up here by Majerle. Still on the power play for 3:25. See if they can get something going. Moore with it now. Gives it back to Stevens. Stevens tries to walk in, and it knocked away there, though, by Grigas, and then it's cleared the length of the ice. Getting no space whatsoever to maneuver. It's basically you're going to have to be in the right place at the right time, and if they give you a little space, maybe to take a quick shot. Only 7 shots for the Flyers. 1 of them's gone in. Held in at the right point. Moore will play it down low. Now to Stevens. Gets it now on the end wall here to Philippi. Still 2:50 to go here on the major penalty. Try to get it out in front to Hirsch. He's knocked around. Now puck is loose in front. He got belted. Turnaround shot saved there by the Philippi shot was saved by Timmons. Slow to get up there is Millis. Puck now comes out to the high slot to Majerle. Gets it over to Moore now. Moore tried to play it down low to Hirsch. Sticked away there. Now picked up here by Moore. Player is hurt. And now coming up there that time, that was Millis. Tried to take a run at Moore, who's Millis shaken up a little bit. He's going to come over with no stick. Back the other way now. Knocked down here by Stevens, and Stevens just got slashed. I mean, that was a Paul Bunyan chop, and not one, but both officials put their hand up immediately. As Shane Dean will go to the box, 2 minutes for the Paul Bunyan chop.
That'll give the Flyers a 5-on-3 advantage for 2 minutes, down 3 goals here in the second period, as Stevens did a good job of gloving that puck down, keeping control of it, and then he absorbed a slash in his own zone.
That wasn't a slash, that was a chop. Wow. As you mentioned, 5-on-3, and a timeout called here by, I believe, Tony Kuchar. This is a good timeout.
Settle down the Flyers. They need to convert here on this power play. Each team gets 1 1-minute timeout during the game, and doesn't do any good to take it with you to Mound on Saturday.
It doesn't, no.
So use it now. Try to get set up here. You got a 5-on-3 advantage. The game's not out of reach.
No, not yet.
Not out of reach, but they're not getting any shots on goal on the power play.
Special thanks once again to our camera crew, all youth hockey players for Little Falls, Will Thelkeld, along with Aaron Murad and Carter Wilmus. Mark Deal, our director, and our graphics are Steve Murad here on Flyer Media Productions.
Flyers did shuffle the power play units at practice this week. And I'm thinking out of this power play that we'll see power play unit, or excuse me, out of this timeout, we'll probably see power play unit number 1, which I believe will have Hirsch, Philippi, Moore, Majurley, and Stevens on it.
Very impressed with Gentry Academy's speed. Very impressed with just the puck sense that they have. But like you said, the one thing that they really need to work on is their penalties, and they've taken a lot of penalties they didn't need to.
Kind of reminds me, you're in squirts or peewees, and you go play a little pond hockey, and you got 1 or 2 kids that are a little better than everyone else, and you can't get the puck away from them.
That's pretty much what it is. All right, here's a 5-on-3 for the Flyers. See if they can at least get 1 here to become within 2, and Stevens trying to keep it in. Puck is now picked up here. Here's a potential breakaway on a 5-on-3, and Savage with a shot there, and save made back the other way. They quickly come back into the play. Stevens being hooked all along. Played up back out to center ice once again. A lot of stick work, that's for sure. Played at center here, and that nearly decapitated one of the Flyers on the bench, as Gustafson puts that one out of play. That'll stop the clock. Still a minute 26 on the 5-on-3 advantage here for the Flyers.
Just a minor fumble of the puck for the Little Falls Flyers at their offensive blue line, and off to the races was Gentry Academy shorthanded.
Yeah, you can't do that whatsoever. I mean, you have to be completely on your game here. Here's Majurley now. He'll walk it out to center ice. Over to Philippi. Philippi comes across. Gets behind Rhyme there. Rhyme shadowing Philippi. Puts him into the boards. Now over to Stevens. Stevens waiting. Takes a shot. That one just wide. Good carry him off the boards. Philippi now over to Majurley. Majurley now to Gustafson. Back to Stevens. Now over to Majurley. Down low to Philippi. Sends that one right through the blue paint. Gustafson with it. 45 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Need to get some shots here. Stevens now gets over to Gustafson. Try to pass it over to Majurley. Majurley has it at the right point. 33 seconds to go. Majurley low shot. That one just wide. Picked up here by Philippi. Philippi being tied up there by Norland. Played around the boards, held in by Stevens at the left point. 20 seconds to go here in the 5-on-3. Down low to Gustafson. He'll walk in. Shot on net. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Picked up here by the Stars. And they'll skate it out to center ice. This is Barrett Hall. He's already got 3 goals. Little dipsy-do tries to come through. And back out to center now come the Flyers. Penalty time's about ready to expire on the 5-on-3. Player falling down. Hayden Johnson trying to get it over to Olthout. 1 guy's out. 2 guys are out. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And here's now a 3-on-1 developing here. Savage with a quick shot fire. That one wide. This will carry him all the way by. Losing an edge there that time was Gustafson. Check that. That's Olthout. Laid back now to the line. This is Brown with it. Moving ahead this time. Olthout lost it. Sajovic now with it. Sajovic still with it. He'll pass it over now. Picked up here now by Connor Brown. Brown with a shot. That one knocked down by Gendro. Bodies flying all over the place. Isaiah Gendro picks up the loose puck. Got hit pretty good there. As the hit placed there by Mosley. 4:30 to go here in the second. 4-1 is our score. Zajovic now came in on that right side. Had McGraw with him. He's got one of the goals. Hall's got the other three. McGraw now passes it over there to Westberg. Now to the right side. Moving in. Wide open. Walks around the netminder, the puck shot, and how did that not go in?
The net's way off
and
also.
The net is off the magnet too. As walking in there was Mosley, and coming in from that left side was Berg, and I thought Berg was going to have a wide open backhander, and he missed it wide.
Dane Kuchar was wondering where help was. He was kind of left out there trying to do his best to fend off another Gentry Academy Stars rush.
Interested to talk to Dane after the game. Obviously, he played in the Elite League, so you're going against a lot of guys, but what the Elite League was like and these guys are like. Inside of 4 minutes to go here. 3-1 is the, 4-1 is the score. Gentry Academy leading. Moore behind his own net. Picked up here by Shaw. Here's Gunnar Gustafsson now. Gustafsson, outlet pass Kaczynski Helgeson now. Gets over to Hayden Johnson. Back now to Gustafsson. Gustafsson turnaround shot. That one whistled over the cage. Hayden Johnson tracks it down at the blue line. Sends it towards the net. Knocked down there by Mosley. Mosley comes across the flyer line. Had it taken away there. Hayden Johnson will start the other way. Hayden Johnson will at least get it into the Star zone. 3:15 to go in the second. 35-9 are the shots in favor of the Stars. They lead 4-1. Knocked down at center ice by Hayden Johnson, the lone goal scorer here for the Flyers. Stevens now plays it back at neutral ice. Colton Johnson avoids the stick out there. Here's Phillip here, the shot on net. Timmons steers that one away. That's his 9th save of the game. 10th shot for the Flyers. Hershey now tries to center it out. Bouncing puck played in the corner by Colton Johnson. Gabe Hirsch now with it. Goes off the side of that. Quick shot taken there by Philippi. And that one goes up and out of play.
Philippi following up the play, takes a shot. It was deflected high into the safety netting. Above the Stars net, 35-11. Gentry Academy has the shots on goal advantage. Little Falls is now 0 for 5 on the power play. They've had 2 5-minute majors along with 3 2-minute minors.
One thing I just noticed, about half the players on Gentry Academy aren't even wearing a mask. Just noticed that right now. There's at least 2 or 3 of them that came off the ice and had not even one resemblance of that. There's a tip in front, shot score. And the goal scored by Caden Millis, his 3rd of the season, and it's now 5-1.
Good pass from Ricky at the blue line, deflected into the net by Millis. We'll have a chance to look at it here on Flyer Media Productions. Again, Little Falls struggling to clear the zone. Shot came from the line. Nice redirect in front by Millis. The assist should go to Ricky. 5th of the night for the Stars.
Gentry Academy, 14:35 of the second. Number 25, Caden Mills. With the assist, number 22, Nathan Ricky.
So Ricky gets the assist, as you mentioned. Millis the goal. And it is now 5-1 in favor of Gentry Academy. Moore going for a ride there almost on the back of Hall. And this will come into the blue paint. Covering up there is Kuchar, and then Dean throws his stick in there a little bit.
An even strength goal for Gentry Academy at 14:35, 3rd of the season for Caden Millis. Single assist to Nathan Ricky. 5-1 Stars.
Face off. Well, now there's somebody screaming on the bench at
Gentry
one of the
Academy
officials.
bench was warned that they're not to say anything else. I don't know if it was a player or one of the coaches.
I don't know. Couldn't tell. Normally in our old location we'd be able to tell, but over here this time unable to do so. Down to a minute 40 to go here in the second, and Gentry Academy has extended this lead now to 4. They had a 2-goal lead. It was 1-0 after one. They had an early 2-0 lead. Flyers tied it up 2-1, or made it 2-1, cut the lead to 1, and since then it's been 3 unanswered goals. A penalty coming up here, and an injured player also, an interference call.
It's going to be an interference minor to the Little Falls Flyers.
Slow to get up over there.
15:42 of the second period. Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson box for the Little Falls Flyers. 2-minute minor, interference. Power play for Gentry Academy. They're 1 for 3 with the man advantage.
Zajovic is this player that got upended.
He is the leading scorer for the Stars this season.
And the trainer coming over just to make sure he's okay. And that lasted about 2 seconds, I think, and they said, I'm fine. With 1:18 to go, power play coming up here for Gentry Academy. Grigas, give and go. Grigas back to Norland. Down low. Back to Norland. Shot, glove save. Nice save by Kuchar. That was looking for the back of the net.
Creeping in from the blue line was Isaiah Norland on this Star power play. Got to about the top of the right faceoff circle before he fired a shot onto Dane Kuchar, and Kuchar makes his 33rd save of the evening.
Face-off coming up in the right circle to the left of the netminder. Dane Kuchar, back to the point it comes. Try to get it down low that time to Berg.
The mouth guard on the ice between the hash marks.
Whose mouth guard do you think that is? There's a shot on that save made. And holding on, we'll find out whose it is. How do you lose a mouth guard when you have a face mask on?
It's like the Flyers will change their penalty killers up front. It's going to be Gustafson and Hayden Johnson. Hayden Johnson's got the lone goal for Little Falls tonight.
46.3 seconds to go here in the second. And a 5-1 lead for Gentry Academy. Berg now with it. Berg plays it back down into the corner. Too strong there for Furseth. Comes back to the point to Norland. He keeps it in. Now Furseth with it. Over on the left wing side, little give and go. Trying to get it back there to Furseth. Can't clear it out of the zone of the Flyers. 28 seconds left of the period. Still on the power play here. Behind the net. Here's a quick shot taken there. Clanked it off and in by Grigas. And it's now 6-1, Gentry Academy.
Second power play goal for Gentry Academy, powered into the net by Grigas. As Gentry Academy was able to reverse it back behind the net, they go to the left wing corner with it, the pass comes out, and from there, it's buried by Grigas. 6-1 lead for the Stars.
Face off at center ice as the penalty boxes are empty once again.
41 of the second on the power play. Number 19, Reverend Grigas. With the assist to number 37, Andrew Mosley. Grigas for Mosley.
Mosley gets the assist. 12 seconds left. Gentry Academy not done yet. They want to score one more before there's 10 with the final 10 seconds, and now it looks like they'll skate it off here and the period will come to an end. So it was 1-0 after one period of play, and it's now 6-1 after 2.
3 special teams goals for Gentry Academy, 2 on the power play, 1 shorthanded. Little Falls has had a mountain of power play time in this game, and Gentry Academy just suffocating on the penalty kill, really making Little Falls uncomfortable with that man advantage, and that shouldn't be the case. Gentry Academy is a highly skilled team. They no room to move. I think Little Falls feels like they've been playing in a phone booth all night.
Let's take a break. We'll take about a 7-minute break. We'll come back. We'll give you all the scoring of period number 2, and we'll have period number 3 around the corner. 2 periods of play complete. Gentry 6, Little Falls 1. 6-1 is our score. Gentry Academy leading Little Falls after 2 periods of play. James Hershey along with Jamie Pettit. And Jamie, we have seen a very, very huge, great, I don't even have the adjective to say, play of Gentry Academy in the first 2 periods. They are as advertised, I think.
The speed's unbelievable. The pace of play that the Gentry Academy stars play at for the first, at least for this first 34 minutes has been it's been impressive.
You know, I was just asking you off air, Hermantown, these 2 teams battle. I think it'd be a great game.
You would think so. Hermantown beat St. Cloud Cathedral 10-1 on Saturday. Now, granted, it's not the same St. Cloud Cathedral team we've seen the last 2 seasons, but I think Derek Brown's still got a pretty good operation on his hands there.
Right. Well, of course, Gentry Academy has to get through the defending champ Matamidi just to even get to the state tournament.
Right.
So.
And some felt that Gentry Academy had a reasonable chance to make it to the state tournament last year. They won 21 games going into the playoffs. They were the number 3 seed, but they were knocked off by South St. Paul. And Matamidi went on to win the Section 4A championship and won the state championship by beating Hermantown in overtime.
Alrighty, we have lots of goals to get to. I'll let you do that.
The first period, Gentry Academy had a 1-0 lead. Only goal of the first period came from number 15, Barrett Hall. We start the second period.
That's still the first period goal.
That's the first period goal, and that's the Hall goal where he stopped it with his skate and put it past Dane Kuchar, and that was the only goal of period 1, and it gave Gentry Academy a 1-0 lead. 2-0 Gentry Academy at 1:55 of the second period. 6th goal of the season for Bailey McGraw. It was unassisted. Little Falls gets their first and only goal of the game at 3:17 of the second period. First goal of the season for Hayden Johnson. Assists go to Gustafson and Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson. It was 3-1 Gentry Academy at 4:26 of the second period. 5th goal of the season for Barrett Hall, his second of the game. Single assist to Nathan Rickey. At 7:27 of the second period, a shorthanded goal for Gentry Academy to take a 4-1 lead. And it was credited to Barrett Hall, and it's the hat trick. Goals 4, 5, and 6 on the season for Hall, the hat trick. Single assist, Damon Furseth. 5-1 Gentry Academy at 14:35 of the second period. 3rd goal of the season for Caden Millis. Shot came from the line. Great deflection in front by Millis to beat Kuchar. Single assist on the play to Nathan Rickey. It was 5-1 Gentry Academy. 6-1 Gentry Academy as they get a power play goal at 16:40 of the second period. 2nd goal of the season for Braven Grigas. Single assist, Andrew Mosley. 2nd of the season for Grigas, and it gave Gentry Academy a 6-1 lead. Gentry Academy now has 2 goals on the power play. They also have a shorthanded marker. Shots on goal in period 2, 22 for Gentry Academy, 5 for the Little Falls Flyers. Through 2 periods, Gentry Academy has the shots on goal advantage at 40-11. Dane Kuchar, the senior, tending net for the Little Falls Flyers. Very busy throughout this game. In period 2, Kuchar was 17 of 22. Kuchar, through 2 periods, 34 of 40. Senior goaltender Alex Timmons in goal for the Gentry Academy Stars. And in period 2, Timmons was 4 of 5. Through 2 periods, Timmons 10 of 11. Little Falls has been whistled for 4 2-minute minor penalties. Gentry Academy 2 for 4 on the power play. Gentry Academy was 6 penalties tonight, 3 2-minute minors, 2 5-minute majors, and a 10-minute misconduct. Little Falls, unfortunately, 0 for 5 with the man advantage, and Gentry Academy has scored 1 shorthanded. They are just suffocating the Gentry Academy Stars when they're on the penalty kill. Gentry Academy is 5-0. They're from Section 4A. The Little Falls Flyers are 4-0-1. They're from Section 6A. It's Gentry Academy 6, the Little Falls Flyers 1 after 2.
I guess you got a third period coming up here, 17 minutes. What do the Flyers need to do if they can give themselves any chance of getting back in the game? They got to score early, and I guess the second thing maybe to look at is just play your game to get yourself better for your game on Saturday and stay healthy.
And discipline. I think the most important thing for Little Falls in this third period is to stay disciplined. Don't do anything you're going to regret.
All right, puck is down. Third period is underway. And a 6-1 lead for Gentry Academy. Out at center ice. Played back now. This is Ricky. Penalty boxes are empty right now. We'll see how long that lasts. Sajovic coming across. Little give and go. Trying to get it back now coming in. Here's Ricky with it. Moves behind the netminder. Tries to walk in. Net is off the magnet here. Shot towards the net. Puck is loose as
Stevens fell on top of Kucher.
Yeah, he dove right on top of Dane. Dane now is going to adjust here a little bit. We got a stick that's, I don't know, a broken stick.
Broken stick.
We've had a lot of broken sticks.
We've had sticks all over the place tonight.
Out at center ice once again, McGraw gives it up to Hall. Hall's got a hat trick already. Flipped out to center. Here's a chance now for Hayden Johnson, the lone goal scorer. Little wrist shot there. Save made by Timmons. Sajovic with it behind his own net. Walks it up front. Little give and go now as the Stars come out to center ice with it. Norland comes across the flyer line, quickly taken away there by Moore. Moore lost the puck there to Hall. Hall then lost to Colton Johnson. Now Hayden Johnson lost the puck. Norland comes in from the right point. Behind the net here now, this is Moore with it. Kaczynski-Helgeson. He'll try to flip it out to center ice. Knocked down, however, here by Furseth. Played on the half wall now. That's Hall with it. Now Furseth comes up with it in the corner. A little give and go. Shot score. As Reese Shaw found the open side there on the glove side of the netminder Kucher, and now we'll go to running time.
That'll put it into running time as, again, Little Falls having trouble clearing their zone. Pass came from the left wing corner right onto the stick of Reese Shaw. He buried it past Kucher to give Gentry Academy a 7-1 lead. Time of the goal, 1:36 of the third period.
So the 6-goal differential in high school hockey is running time in the third period.
1:36 of the third period, number 7, Reese Shaw. With the assist, number 9, Damon Furseth.
Furseth will get the assist.
It was the 4th goal of the season for Reese Shaw. Here's a lesson. If you have a chance to clear the puck, you better get it out, because otherwise you're going to pay. And Little Falls has had difficulties tonight in their own zone, getting the puck back into the neutral zone. And Gentry Academy, they are ferocious, and they don't give you any time or space, and it ends up in the back of your own net.
Well, like you said, watching it on film is one thing, but seeing them in person is another. And boy, they are very impressive, very quick. But yeah, this is something, I guess, for the future teams playing Gentry Academy. You can watch the film, which, you know, first of all, great camera angles, great camera work, so you can see everything. But this might be a one you want to dissect to see how you're going to slow this team down. Maybe this is a film that Matamita is going to look at come down for section playoff time. You just never know. 14:15 to go here in regulation. We're in running time. 7-1 is the score. Gentry Academy leading. It was 1-0 after the first period. In fact, it was 2-1 early here in period number 2, but since then, it's been 5 unanswered Stars goals for that 7-1 lead.
Well, Gentry Academy, we talked about it in our pregame comments, averaging 10 goals a game through their first 5 games, averaging 52 shots a game. They've got 43 shots on goal tonight. They're trending towards their average right now. Little Falls with just 12 shots on goal. But one thing that stands out, they had 84 penalty minutes coming into this game. They've got another 26 penalty minutes tonight. They've got 3 2-minute minors, 2 5-minute majors, and a 10-minute misconduct. A team that takes that many penalties, in the end, you wonder if they can be successful.
Only time's going to tell, Jamie. Tonight it is. There's a shot on net. Timmons the save. Rebound. Timmons looking for that puck. It's just out in front of him as Stevens trying to find the loose puck. Now Philippi with it. Tipped in front. Oh, little give and go. Stevens just yanked down right in front. And a penalty coming up here against Gentry Academy.
Good job by Stevens. Trying to build a nest there in front of the Gentry Academy net and was hauled down. Little Falls to the power play. 6th time tonight. Flyers are 0 for 5 with the man advantage. We're in running time, but the clock did momentarily stop. I think we're going to go at 4:09 in the third period, time of the penalty.
I'll let you figure that one out. That's your specialty.
Well, it's approximations when it's running time. You do the best you can. You know I like to be exact.
I know you like to be.
There's a certain level you reach in running time where you do the best you can.
That's why you're a banker. You like exacts. Here now coming across the line, Kaczynski-Helgeson. Little give and go to Marshall Inez with a shot. That one just went wide, and this will be cleared the length of the ice here by the Stars. See if the Flyers can maybe get a resemblance of a power play. They really haven't had one. They've had 2 5-minute majors power plays and really didn't get much going on those either.
And they had a full 2 minutes on a 5-on-3.
Right. Trying to hold in at the left point as Gunnar Gustafsson comes back out to center ice. Here's Oath out now. Oath out. Sandwich between a couple of Stars players. Inez trying to help out. Tries to get it back to Carter. And unable to keep it in there was Gustafsson. Played back out to center ice. One thing I will say about Gentry, here's a tip back the other way. Now this is Brown with it, Connor Brown. I was going to say, is Gentry Academy, they're very crisp with their passes and very crisp with their outlets too. I mean, it's not just, you know, a ginger toss out. It's a firm pass out. Went across the line now. This is Philippi. Right behind the net, Stevens. Norland and Stevens tangle up behind Timmins. Still 20 seconds to go here on the power play for the Flyers. Still looking for a shot. Comes back out to center. Jurley with it now. Plays it now over to Philippi. 7 seconds left. Trying to get it down low to Stevens. Knocked away, however, there by Rhyme. Another stick goes flying through the air. Not sure whose that one was. I guess it was Norland's stick. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Well, being hooked there that time was more. That could have been a penalty. Played to the line, not out. Norland, right wing side. And tipped away there by Philippi. Here comes Philippi back the other way, trying to get around Norland. Norland does a nice job of holding the line and plays it back out to center. Moved ahead now. Sadjevic with it. Sadjevic goes into the corner. Sadjevic still with it. Right circle. Sadjevic plays it off to Rhyme. Rhyme's wrist shot score. And it's 8-1.
Well, Sadjevic made that play by holding the zone, keeping control of the puck, dishing it off right side. Another blast into the back of the Flyer net. 8-1 lead for Gentry Academy. As this time it's Rhyme.
So Rhyme with the goal is 6th of the year. And now an 8-1 lead here for Gentry Academy. 2 more goals scored here in this period.
Sadjevic was not to be denied. Was able to keep that puck for the longest time before dishing it off to Rhyme.
Sadjevic, with the assist number 10, Zach Rhyme, and number 5, Westberg.
They got that the wrong way. Another penalty coming up here. Or nope, just a delayed offside is what it was. Wave that off. Gendro with it. Back to Cray. Tries to get it up to Oath out. Now picked up here by Westberg. Bumped off the play that time. And they're going to have a penalty here.
That occurred right in front of the Gentry Academy bench. It's going to be a kneeing minor. Again, we're in running time. So time of the penalty will be 8:05.
That's Gendro, I believe. No, it's Cray, Colin Cray. Cray in the box, 2 minutes for the knee.
And for Gentry Academy, they go to the power play. 5th time tonight. They're 2 for 4 with the man advantage.
Face off in the left circle to the right of Dane Kuchar as the clock continues to move. We've already killed off 20 seconds before we drop the puck. Shot save made there by Kuchar. This cleared the length of the ice here for the Flyers. Down to 8:25 in running time. 8-1 is our score. Gentry Academy as they'll improve their record to 6-0, and the Flyers will come up with their first loss of the year here. But it's center now. Avoiding the check there at the Gentry Academy line there is Furseth. Furseth still with it. Passes over now here to Rodriguez. Back to first set, down low. They tried to hit there. That was Shaw coming in. Couldn't get it to him. Norland keeps it in. Norland plays it along the line there to Shaw. Outplayed there. This time it's touched there by Rodriguez. Shot there. That one clanked off the crossbar as that shot came off the stick of Reese Shaw. Losing the puck now as he was moving in his first set, and the Flyers are able to clear it down. Timmons will quickly play it up to Norland at his own blue line. 35 seconds to go here on the power play for Gentry Academy. Picked up here now, moving in all alone. First set shot on net, save made by Kucher, and he holds on.
It's impressive, the execution of the stretch pass. I like the stretch pass in hockey. It's an exciting play, and Gentry Academy has been spot on with their stretch passes tonight. From their own blue line up to the offensive blue line, and one more attack for the Stars.
They must practice that in gym class. 7 minutes to go. 8-1 is our score. Gentry Academy leading. Coming out to center ice with it now. This will be Brown with it.
Gentry Academy now 2 for 5 on the power play.
As the penalty time has expired. Hirsch now trying to play it back to the line. Brown is able to keep it in for the Stars. Now Millis with it. And this one goes high in the air. Never touched the ceiling though as play continues on. Puck is underneath Gabe Hirsch. And Gabe Hirsch just got thrown to the...
Be a penalty.
I don't even know what that is. That's Millis. It's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for... Is that going to be a rough? Is it going to be a...
Again, running time, approximate time of the penalty, 10:40 of the third period. Ushered to the penalty box, Caden Millis.
I think they just like odd man advantages.
Had lots of power plays tonight. Lots of power plays. But I think they took them both. I think there was a Flyer and a Star ushered to the penalty box. So it's going to stay 5-on-5. Going to be offsetting minors.
I don't think so. It's actually going to be 5-on-4. They got 2 minutes on the board. They stopped the clock here now.
Well, but Gentry Academy's got 5 guys on the ice. So
I know you.
Well, they just hadn't removed him from the. Okay.
I think they've got
Now
a
they're
double
now,
minor.
Okay.
Well, Carmen will sort this out.
It's going to be on Millis. Well, they had Gentry Academy at 5 on the ice. Little Falls at 5 on the ice. I thought we had offsetting minors, but not the case. It's Millis, a 2-minute minor. Little Falls power play, 7th of the night. They're 0 for 6.
Not exactly sure what he's going off for, but probably a rough is what my guess is.
Gentry Academy's number 25, Caden Miles, 2 minutes for roughing.
There we go.
Good job, off-ice official James Hershey.
Yeah, exactly. I've been paying attention tonight.
Yeah.
I had to tonight, boy.
Occasionally, that's a good thing.
Yeah, once in a while. Came to the ice arena and watched a hockey game. It's all Gentry Academy, and once again on the penalty kill. Doing a good job. Like you said, I think the only thing is the penalties they need to figure out, but otherwise this would be a well-oiled machine, I think, for Gentry Academy. They could get that figured out a little bit, but I don't think that's going to happen because their MO, I think, is to be very physical and a lot of stick work.
That was a good check from Joe Majurley, one of the Flyers' captains along the far side.
35 seconds to go yet here on the power play. Stevens will tip it ahead. Kaczynski-Halgeson. Stevens is roughed up a little bit there as he's trying to go off to the bench. Pops over the stick there of Inez. Oathout tries to keep it in. He does. Plays it down low. Kaczynski-Halgeson
Look out.
had a man open, and here's maybe a 2-on-0. Coming back into play is Gendro, however, as he came off the bench. Shot there, clanked off the side of the pipe there. As that shot was taken there by Sajovic. Sajovic once again shot on net. Save there by Kucher. Player tripped up there. That time was Wes Berg. Now penalties are even up as the penalty boxes are empty, at least for the short period of time. I don't think that's going to happen very long here. I think we're going to get some more penalties. Just the way this is going to end, I think. 3:30 to go in the game. Out at center ice, moved ahead, Kaczynski Helgeson. Gendro now trying to move it closer. Kaczynski Helgeson added his skates. Norland ties him up. Picked up here now by McGraw. Gets it over now. On the tape here of Bird. Right side now coming in. Shot on net. That one was going to the back of that, but just tipped wide. Shot number 50 about ready to come here for the Stars. They got 49. The Flyers 17 as we're down to 3 minutes to go in the contest. There's the Stars running 3 lines tonight. They've just been running them one after another. And an icing call coming up here. And we'll bring it all the way back down in the Flyer zone.
Stars led 1-0 after 1, 6-1 after 2. They've added 2 goals here in the third period. The closest Little Falls got after the Stars opened the scoring was 2-1 early second period. But Gentry Academy has scored 6 unanswered.
This will go out of play. Just a reminder for our Flyer Media Production viewers, our next Flyer Media Production hockey game will be coming up on Thursday, February 18th, when the Flyers will be at home against Prairie Center. Our next hockey broadcast of radio will be a road game on Tuesday, February 9th, as they travel to the MAC to take on St. Cloud Cathedral. Of course, up next for the Flyers on Saturday afternoon, they will travel to Mound to take on Mound West Tonka.
Well, remember last season, Little Falls had that big win on a Friday night against St. Paul Johnson. Had the 5-0 shutout. Coach Kuchar's 400th career win. Dane Kuchar, the netminder, Tony Kuchar's son, got the shutout. And then Little Falls had a big letdown the next day against Mound West Tonka.
Played back in maturely. Had it taken away there by Dean. Dean now passes it. Quick shot. That one just wide there by Furseth. Now a quick shot from the point there by Grigas. Reached the net. That was the 50th shot. Turn around there. Another shot. Another save by Dane Kuchar. I wonder if Dane's going to see a lot of pucks in his sleep tonight. He's seen a lot.
He's been busy all night.
At 51 shots now. And they're still coming yet with under a minute to go. There's a high hit there as Stevens collides with one of the players, and that being Furseth. Stevens now with it behind the net. Picked up here by Shaw. Shaw now playing it back. Shot towards the net. That one goes wide. It almost looks like Gentry Academy just slowing down now. It's like they're in the cool-off mode. Like when you have a workout, you know, and now you got to cool down for that last minute. It's like the cool down period here, and they're still getting shots on net. And now we get a little chippy right after the whistle. And
52nd shot on goal for Gentry Academy. Dane Kuchar took exception to that.
Well, he took a stick to his midsection there, I think.
And I think that's going to be it.
That's
We're in
probably
running time.
do it, and luckily they don't shake hands either. And they'll stay on each side of the ice, and maybe a good thing for COVID for that. 8-1 the final.
52-17. Gentry Academy with the shots on goal advantage. In the third period, Little Falls had 6 shots on goal. Gentry Academy with 12. So Gentry Academy coming into the game averaging 52.4 shots on goal. Slightly below average tonight with 52.
As we get the ceremony stick slaps, as that is going to do it. And your final score once again here, 8-1 in favor of Gentry Academy. So the number 2 ranked team in the state travels to Little Falls and knocks off the 5th ranked team in the state by that final score of 8-1. A very impressive win for Gentry Academy. And as you mentioned, they go now to 6-0 on the season.
Next game for Gentry Academy will be a Tuesday night, a home game against St. Paul Johnson.
Should be joined here by head coach Tony Kuchar in just a moment, so we'll get his comments about this one. As he is, I believe, going to come up. Here he comes. We'll give him a second to come up. Once again, special thanks to our camera crew tonight, which did an outstanding job again. Of course, that made up of the youth hockey players, Will Thurkelb, along with Aaron Murad and Carter Wilmes. And Steve Murad on graphics, Mark Deal, the director for this one. As we mentioned, more Flyer hockey coming your way here in about 10 days here on Flyer Media Productions. Actually, more than that, it'll be coming up on the 18th will be the next game. That being on Thursday the 18th against Prairie Center. We'll get a scoring recap here in just a moment. We'll let head coach Tony Kuchar get up here and throw the headset on with us. Head coach Tony Kuchar now joining us. Make sure he's got his volume. Everything good there, coach? He should be able to hear us just fine. Thanks so much for joining me, Tony. And tough game tonight against Gentry. And Gentry is for real. They definitely are fast. They're quick, aggressive.
Yeah.
They pretty much play a full style of hockey.
Absolutely. I probably haven't seen a team like that in many years. I would probably come out and say that at least they beat us up better than the Cathedral team of the state champions that year, and they were one of the best teams I've seen. So this team ranks right up there with them. Absolutely.
Let's talk about this game, and obviously going to the locker room only trailing 1-0, and you were outshot 18-6. What were the guys, I guess, feeling after the first period?
Well, I think, being down only 1-0, they were pretty excited about the game. But they were just relentless. I mean, they beat you loose pucks. Any kind of turnovers, it's in the back of the net, if not a great chance to score. So we're not at that level. So
not yet.
No,
not yet. Not at all.
Yeah.
And the thing is that looking at this program, Gentry Academy, last year 21 wins.
Right.
And they're building off of that, and Coach Cullen has a very good quality squad. The one concern, I guess, for them would be maybe is the discipline and the penalties a little bit.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? So,
which we had it on your side too.
Absolutely. So it just, I don't know what to say. They just beat us up, and they're a great team, and we just got to get ready and block it out and get ready for Saturday. So
well, I mentioned that in the pregame show. We talked about this. Is this one of those games where it's a one and whatever happens and get rid of it, and that's kind of what it is tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, what do you want to sit and dwell on a team that just beat you up for?
Right.
Not in our section. So it's a team that we must see, and now we can gauge ourselves on some of the things. But we've had some positive things. Our kids worked hard. Which that hasn't been the case in every one of our games. So our power play, you miss a puck and it's out of here. I mean, they're that good. So, that's what it's all about. I mean, they're a good team. Can't take anything away from them.
How intimidating was that penalty kill? They were just suffocating all night when you guys had the man advantage.
Yeah, we had lots of power play time, and I don't even think we set it up the way we're supposed to. So. We couldn't even get it out of our zone. Well, matter of fact, 5-on-3, we couldn't even get a shot. So, good team. We're looking forward to the next game, and we just got to keep plugging away.
How gassed were your kids tonight?
Oh, I'm sure, because I think they worked hard. That was one of the things that I was proud of them for. That they worked extremely hard. They beat us in every aspect of the game, and we had one thing that we could do, and that was work hard, show good effort, and that's what we did.
And you come off now just one day of practice, and then you go against Mount Westonka.
Yeah, and they're a good team also. So hopefully we can rebuild off of this loss. And like I said before the game, they're going to expose our weaknesses, and that's what they did. And now that's what we got to work on. So
I thought, Tony, at least in the beginning of the second period there, you got a little adrenaline rush when Hayden Johnson scored his first goal of the season.
Yeah, we did. It was a nice play too. So that was another positive thing that happened. We do, if we can, there's not going to be too many teams that are going to be like that. So, to make a play like that and get it in the back of the net was hats off to our kids. Started with Robbie Helgeson, good hard forecheck and a good pass. So, yeah.
You made a comment during your pregame interview with James Hershey that you're a good team. You need to play with confidence, but you just mentioned here during your post-game comments that you want to see the effort. You want to see your team work hard and play hard, and they did that tonight. That's been a common theme for you during your 28 years here in Little Falls. You want your teams to work hard.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the name of the game, and you know, we can't really determine how fast we are, or I mean, that's up to the kids' genetics and what they've done prior to coming here. But you know, we can't tell how hard a kid can shoot and accurate can they shoot and all those things, but we can control their attitude and their effort. And I thought for the most part our effort and our attitude was pretty good, and we didn't quit. I mean, we went out and worked hard, and they're just a better team than we are, and that's all that's to it. And we got beat by a pretty good team, and you know, there's no shame in that.
Not at all whatsoever. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will talk to you at St. Cloud on Tuesday.
Absolutely. And again, hats off to Flyer Meter Production. You know, we're getting hits all the way up from International Falls. My buddy Mike Tureen and his wife Nikki, I'm sure they're watching all the way up from International Falls. And then my mother and father-in-law, Mike and Mitzi Barney, all the way in Billings, Montana. So they're getting it from all over, and they enjoy the efforts from our kids that are running the Camerons.
All future Flyers too.
Absolutely.
Youth hockey kids.
Yeah, that's awesome, and they love you guys as announcers, and hats off.
I don't know about tonight so much, but it's okay though. But we thank so much for Flyer Media Production for what they do, and yes, the viewership continues to grow, and it's because you got a good hockey program.
Absolutely, Mark Deal does an awesome job, and like I said, we can't thank enough of the program that he is running for everybody to watch, and all the people behind him and under him that make this happen is just awesome.
All right, Coach. Good luck in Mound on Saturday.
Yep, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's the head hockey coach of the Little Falls Flyers. That is Tony Kuchar. And let's get a look at our summary here by Jamie Pettit.
Gentry Academy led 1-0 after one. Gentry Academy had a 6-1 lead after 2 periods of play. And we'll get a chance to look at Gentry Academy's first goal of the game. That was scored by number 15, Barrett Hall. Only goal of the first period on the power play, and it gave Gentry Academy that 1-0 lead that they took into the first period intermission. In the second period, Gentry Academy would score 5 goals, the first coming at 1:55 from the stick of Bailey McGraw, his 6th goal of the season. It was unassisted. It gave Gentry Academy a 2-0 lead. Little Falls gets their only goal of the game at 3:17 of the second period. Nice job by Robbie Kaczynski-Helgeson to get the puck to Gunnar Gustafsson. Good pass out front to Hayden Johnson into the back of the Stars net. Only goal of the night for Little Falls. First goal of the season for Hayden Johnson at 3:17 of the second period. Gentry Academy would score the final 6 goals of the game, the next coming at 4:26 of the second period. Second of the game for Barrett Hall, his 5th of the season. Single assist on the play to Nathan Rickey. That gave the Stars a 3-1 lead. It was 4-1 Gentry Academy at 7:27 of the second period. They get a shorthanded goal as Barrett Hall completes the hat trick. Hall's hat trick with an assist to Damon Furseth gave Gentry Academy that 4-1 lead. 5-1 Gentry Academy as they score at 14:35 of the second period. Caden Millis, and this is going to be a nice deflection in front of the net. Shot came from the line. Millis deflects it past Kuchar, giving Gentry Academy a 5-1 lead. That assist to Nathan Rickey. At 16:40 of the second period on the power play, it was Brevin Grigas with an assist to Andrew Mosley. Good pass came from the corner out front to Grigas. He shoots the puck past Kuchar to give Gentry Academy a 6-1 lead. Gentry Academy took that 6-1 lead into the second period intermission. In the third period at 1:36, the 4th goal of the season for Reese Shaw, single assist to Damon Furseth, as the Flyers were unable to clear the zone and the Stars quickly convert to make it 7-1. Our final goal tonight at the 7-minute mark of the third period, as Gentry Academy again with the puck back behind the Flyers net. They swoop to the near side with it, drop it off, and driving in from the right side was the defenseman Zach Rime. Rime with the first assist to Nick Sajovic and the second assist to Wes Berg. Final goal tonight from Zach Rhyme, his 4th of the season at the 7-minute mark of the 3rd period as Gentry Academy beats Little Falls 8-1. Shots on goal in the 3rd period, 12 for Gentry Academy, 6 for the Little Falls Flyers. Tonight, the Stars had the 52-17 shots on goal advantage. Dane Kuchar tending net, the senior, in the Little Falls Flyers net. Kuchar, in period 3, stopped 10 of 12. In the game, Kuchar, 44 of 52. Winning goaltender on the Gentry Academy Stars side, the senior Alex Timmons. Timmons in period 3 was 6 of 6. Timmons, in a winning effort tonight, 16 of 17. Gentry Academy had 8 penalties. They had them for 5 2-minute minors, 2 5-minute majors, and a 10-minute misconduct. Little Falls was 0 for 7 on the power play. Little Falls with 5 2-minute minor penalties. Gentry Academy 2 for 5 with the man advantage. Gentry Academy with 3 special teams goals tonight, 2 on the power play and 1 shorthanded. With the 8-1 win, the number 2 ranked team in Class A, Gentry Academy, improves to 6-0. With the loss, first loss of the season for the Little Falls Flyers, they are now 4-1-1. An impressive night for Gentry Academy. They score 8 and beat the Little Falls Flyers 8-1.
How many penalty minutes were there for both teams? I'll give you that second while we wrap things up here. And once again, as you mentioned, the 8-1 win here for Gentry Academy, which they will play their next game actually coming up against St. Paul Johnson. So it'll be another test for them coming up. And for the Flyers, of course, as we mentioned, they will take on the Whitehawks of Mound Westonka Saturday. Now that game will be played in Mound. I believe there is a school feed for that, so you can watch that. But there'll be no radio or coverage of that game.
Okay, 30 minutes of penalties for Gentry Academy. They had 5 2-minute minors, 2 5-minute majors, and a 10-minute misconduct. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30.
Okay.
And for the Little Falls Flyers, 5 2-minute minors for 10 minutes in the penalty box.
Okay,
So
there you
a
go.
stark contrast in that department as Gentry Academy with 3 times more penalty minutes than the Little Falls Flyers.
And 7 more goals than the Flyers, too.
7 more goals. But I wanted to point out and emphasize during that post-game interview with Coach Kuchar that he has talked about it countless times throughout his coaching career that he wants to see the effort. He wants to see his team work hard. And in the end, in a 7-goal loss, he felt that they accomplished that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they played, for the team they're going against in the competition tonight. We got a taste of what Gentry Academy is tonight. I mean, there's a lot of people that haven't seen them yet. We've seen them live in person against a good Flyer team. This isn't a Flyer team from the last 6-7 years. This is a good Flyer team. This is a Flyer team that has a legitimate chance to go to the state tournament this year. Okay, and what Gentry Academy did to them tonight was very impressive. So Gentry Academy is definitely going to be a team to reckon with this year in Class A hockey.
Yep, they played well tonight. 52 shots on goal, 8 goals, averaging 10 goals a game coming in, and they whitewashed Holy Angels 10-2 on Tuesday night, and then they come on the road tonight and score 8 more. But we'll see how they do. They have St. Paul Johnson in their next game. They also play Breck again. They beat Breck earlier this season 8-2. Not an easy section when you have the defending Class A state champions in Section 4 in the Matamidi Zephyrs. Great job by our crew tonight.
Yep.
Great job. You guys were wonderful. We enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back with Flyer Media Productions, I think, on February 18th at home against Prairie Center. We'll be in St. Cloud Tuesday night for the Little Falls Flyers and the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders.
Yep, that'll be a 6:45 pregame, 7:15 puck drop at the MAC on Q92 WYRQ and also streaming online at fallsradio.com. Thanks so much, Jamie. Safe travels home, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
We'll reconvene on Tuesday.
Once again, your final score tonight here at the Exchange Arena. It was Gentry Academy 8, Little Falls 1 for the entire crew. Along with Jamie Pettit, I'm James Hershey saying good night on Flyer Media Productions.